Welcome back to another sketchbook video. I had drawn the whole video before, or filmed the whole video before this one, and I really didn't like how it came out. I super messed up the proportions on the character, and I don't know, made me pretty mad, so I just decided I would start over. I still had a little bit of time, so I thought maybe I would just grab a couple references and I would kind of mess with the poses, try to get them into something I could use. And this one I stuck pretty close to the reference, but the second one I messed around with it a little bit to get something that was closer to what I wanted. I just figured that maybe working that way would help me shake off some of my rust. So yeah, that's what you're seeing. That's why my hand was in that weird position down on the bottom for so long, because I had my iPod in one hand and I was just using that with the reference up on it. Kind of funny enough, because I did have that reference, it ended up taking me about the same amount of time to draw both of these pages as it did for me to draw just the one page that I messed up, so yeah, which was crazy because that one was actually pretty fast too. If I had actually taken the time to really look at it, or maybe sketch a little bit before, probably would have turned out a little bit better, but it's neither here nor there, and it's over with, so we don't need to worry about it anymore. So yeah, I thought the pose on the left was kind of interesting. It felt very like foresty. I did mess up that one leg. I should have made the knee down into the foreleg like a little bit bigger, but I'm honestly not that worried about it. So yeah, I thought he looked kind of wild, so I just kind of made him a weird forest creature thing. Not anything I haven't drawn before. I really like drawing humanoid creature things. So yeah, I just went ahead and did that. And I ended up doing a pose that was reversed for each of them, where one arm is kind of holding on and then one is up. That way they would just look like they were leaning towards each other. And that would, I don't know, it just makes it feel more balanced to me, so that's what I was looking for whenever I was searching for those references. Most times I really do prefer just coming up with my own pose. But yeah, when I'm having issues with proportion, it's usually just that I'm feeling really rusty and not thinking about it very well. I took my pencil and I just sketched his features a little bit more clearly for myself so that whenever I came in with my pen like I'm doing now, it would just be easier for me to ink. So that's why only that spot has pencil lines on it, because the rest of it seemed clear enough. I'm like, I can work with this, but his face was weird and smudgy and just wasn't clear. I didn't have time to completely finish this one. I started it in plenty of time, and then here I am the day before doing this voiceover and finishing up some of the filming because we had our first farmer's market. We ended up not taking all of our stuff with us this time, and I didn't even really get to go, to be honest, because it was really cold for me, and yeah, I wasn't going to be able to deal with my hands there. That's how everyone felt about it, and they were very sure after they came back that that was the right call. So I ended up staying at the house, and yeah, and we started selling a little bit of food at the farmer's market, just as another little source of income. So I ended up getting called upon to make some more burritos. I was having fun drawing the rhythms and arms this day. I actually really like this this level of muscularity on the arms. I think it creates really nice shapes. I mean, there's some muscles that are rounder and some that are a little bit more boxy, but I really like that that little space in between, that sweet spot. there's that inked. I was actually going to show a lot more of the trees and stuff getting inked, but I was pretty much out of frame for the whole background inking part of that, like completely out of frame, so good job me for not paying attention at all. In my defense, although I shouldn't even say anything in my defense because I've been doing this long enough, I feel like I should have got a handle on it by now, but in my defense, I cannot see the screen very well on my camera whenever I'm filming at home. It's a lot easier whenever I'm filming at the other place because I actually have to swivel my camera the other direction, and so it makes it harder for me to take out the SD card or switch out batteries, but it makes it significantly easier to check the little LCD display. So yeah, just one of those things. I really like these looser jeans. When I was younger and I just had like a photo bucket, I don't know if anyone remembers photo bucket, but that was pretty much all I had. That was my Pinterest. I used to save a bunch of really cool looking dudes wearing really loose jeans and either no shirt or a very, very tight shirt and some sort of leather jacket. Clearly my tastes have not changed. And then really cool chicks. Back in the day, that was kind of around the cyberpunk, cybergoth kind of phase, so there's a lot of stuff like that around that I really liked. That was actually very early on, so I've always been a big fan of Dante from the whole Devil May Cry thing. And actually, back then when I had my photo bucket, I had a picture saved that I did not know was him because I didn't know anything about the games at the time. And yeah, I guess it was a fan art of him, so fun fact there. I won't show it because I think it was pretty, like, it had a lot of gore. So yeah, I'm not going to show it, but that was one of the first pictures I ever saved on PhotoBucket, and I was super obsessed with that picture for ages because it was super detailed and really cool, and again, really, really dig leather jackets, so yeah. That was my first taste of that, and then I eventually kind of discovered more about that whole thing. I will say I don't know as much about the games. I was very into the original anime thing. And he actually inspired a character that I roleplayed for many, many years on Facebook. Way back in the day with a roleplay group. And yeah. It was definitely very strange to watch that new Devil May Cry. I really liked it. I felt kind of weird about the dude's voice. I think he's a great voice actor. But it didn't seem as like deep and rough as, you know, I was used to. So there's one picture finished. Then we'll move on to this other one. So I just decided I was going to make somebody taking these big beetles, almost like a roly-poly, and making armor out of them. They're not alive. They're already gone. They just scavenge them, so nobody panic. My brother actually saw this and was really sad. He's like, but they're just little roly-polies. I'm like, dude, they weren't alive. So then he was arguing that I should have drawn the antennas down, but no, I refuse. I was actually, why you see some like really ugly sketchy marks that I didn't fully erase there in the background. I was gonna draw a bunch of stuff up on the wall that maybe he'd already finished, and I just decided against that. I'd already been drawing for a long time and I needed to finish, which I still did not. I had about 10 more minutes left on the drawing and I couldn't do anything with it. the family came home and I wanted to help actually bring groceries and things in. So here we are, a different day today for me. I filmed this. Actually, I had taken stuff off of my SD card, and then when I went to plug it in again, it wouldn't show this new video, and I had to eject it and put it back in. And thankfully it showed back up again. I've had it happen a few times where it does not show back up again. It is gone. There's nothing I can do about it, but in this case it did come back, so that was good. I'm like, it's only 10 minutes, whatever. There's nothing I can do. I'm sure people will understand, but it came back. So I wanted this to be bright because I figured there'd be like some sort of forge or something in front of him that was shining a light, which honestly would make a lot of this a lot harsher, but yeah. I should have brought my little acrylic paint to do some of the white. So yeah, here is the finished picture. Hope you liked both of them. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Have a good day or night, and bye.